Whew. Oh, hey man, what's going on?
Ah, Dave, you're here at last.
Yeah, what's up with all those decorations upstairs?
Dave, it's time.
Why are you talking like that?
It's time, Dave. Time at last for our annual Halloween spectacular.
Halloween?
Yes, Dave.
Oh, you're back.
Since the earliest days of movie making, the genre of the Lost World and its prehistoric denizens is one that always seems to die out, only to be rediscovered once again. From B-movies and cult films to modern blockbusters, we are the raiders of the lost genre.
Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, it's the Flying Serpent.
I heard rumors. I don't know about that though.
It's our third annual Halloween FFOP Raiders of the Lost Genre crossover, Dave.
Woohoo! It's the turkey hat trick. Other thing that's also
The
three.
turkey hat trick.
Can we get this serpent in the fucking air? Is all I care about.
Yep, I think.
Can we get this Halloween off the ground?
This is what's happening, Dave. This is what we're doing. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Or not to be, am I right?
To be or not to be.
You can keep that one.
Yeah, thanks. No, it's Dave's humor. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Hey, Kramer's in this.
Rafe Lewis.
Really? Where?
Red
No,
Boat.
that's Ralph.
Jorge Zucco.
Will Wheaton Chambers.
A coof. Mr. Neville, please step outside.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. Neville.
Yeah, call Frank, Bud, Sid, and Bert. We're gonna put a movie on. Oh, don't forget Leo. Classic.
Frank. Did anybody call Frank?
Sea monster may not be in the box.
It what?
May not be in the box. You ever open up your
Forward.
Nothing in there?
Forward.
You know, there's a guy right off camera being like,
Yeah, literally, like, how do I pan down this?
this is the shit I did in junior high. Like, I printed out a long piece of paper and pulled it.
That's a lie, because I know your handwriting was not that good in junior high.
Oh, no, it definitely didn't look this good, but it was definitely this shoddy.
Did you do this in shop class, or was this...
It's math, weirdly enough.
Math is scary to me. It's in black holes.
I mean, math's everywhere. It's in the food you eat, and the wine you drink.
Among these gods was the feathered serpent Quetzalcoatl.
Why we bring that up? I don't know. This movie's actually about a pumpkin.
Like, I honestly don't know if we're talking about an Archaeopteryx here, or if it's supposed to be like a 300-year-old god.
Well, an Archaeopteryx would be about that big.
Okay, it's definitely bigger than that.
Definitely not that.
As if they knew.
Well, I mean, they had eyes back then. They definitely saw the size of the damn thing.
Yeah, but Hollywood people don't have eyes. They're just like, it looks like this, right?
I need a bigger steering wheel in my car.
We need the steering wheel prop for like every movie that we ever make to always just be like huge and like this.
And
like, even if it's supposed to be like a Honda Accord, we need it to be like a giant Ford.
Well, you do that hilarious thing with the person in the passenger seat, like turns it towards someone on the road, makes them crash. Ha! It's fake. And you throw it out the window.
Meanwhile, in a lost city in New Mexico.
Listen, goddammit, I'm richer than most of these archaeologists will ever know. Fuck it. I don't care about gold. I got a dinosaur.
So does Quetzalcoatl like got a, like, is it rattling? Is it got a tail rattle? Or is it just gurgling?
I think it just depends on
It's
who
like
you
gurgling
ask.
on the last guy he ate.
I don't know. I don't think it has legs, but, you know, as you'll see later, there's something fucked up here.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, it's my daily walk around the cage, tell you I'm rich and to fuck off. Smell you later.
Now you protected for Professor Andrew Paul.
I'm a doctor, monster.
Mine by right of discovery. For the human eye shall see it and live.
One of those same guys who likes to throw water on actors from off camera is currently running the Quetzalcoatl puppet.
I want one of those jobs one day.
I know you do.
Throwing
Just
shit at
saying, you could be
people.
that guy who throws water and confetti and moves Quetzalcoatl around.
Got your kill again.
The heyday was the 90s when you couldn't say that on TV. And now here we are.
Foolish people said one thing, I'm only a poor, eccentric archaeologist.
Turns out I'm a rich, eccentric archaeologist.
How smart. If they were to see you now, they would think you were some monstrous leftover. from the
But don't you
prehistoric age.
want to be rich? Like, the whole point of having wealth and power is letting people know, not like hiding it away in a New Mexico village.
Right? And don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me?
Maybe he's there for the Hatch chilies.
Hey, there's that guy.
There's no way that that's Quetzalcoatl. It's a fucking dragon. Look at his face. It's so stupid looking.
It's got a horseshoe for a head.
Bird. Yeah, how many birds have 4 legs? Dr. John, you've been fired. Birds don't have 4 legs. Slam.
Oh.
Hello, Mary. Front door was open, so I just walked in.
Why not?
But-
After all, you're Andrew Forbes' daughter. Welcome as my own.
You needed you had one.
I've always
I felt comfortable enough entering your home, but not your study.
Take birds and women at the same time, you know. Won't you sit down, Mary?
No, I won't.
Would you like to see my article on birds of the Southwest?
Our copy came today. I just finished it.
Oh, you mean like the Roadrunner? Take a hard pass.
Yes, it was very interesting, only
Only what, Mary?
Ooh, quail.
afraid Father will be...
Oh, you got a sparrow in here. Oh my God,
wow,
Doctor,
that's a
slow
fascinating
down.
book, Doc. Thanks.
You know how archaeologists hate treasure hunters.
But I'm not a treasure hunter, Mary.
Don't tell Indiana Jones,
Might be.
Oh, so that's
Part-time.
why you're calling about.
Junior.
Partly. I wanted to have a talk with you about Father.
What's Andrew been doing now? Making sheep's eyes at some young widow?
Apparently he's selling off Mom.
His mother died.
After Mom died, he married that giant South American winged god.
It's so weird.
I
Acting
wonder if the
funny.
tragedy hasn't affected him.
I think your dad's been working too hard lately.
You have noticed a change.
Well, frankly, yes.
Pierce was
And
late
Sidley,
this time.
yes.
Doesn't
And
try to explain
Budley?
what comes back. Just says he's on the verge of some great discovery.
Eugene Lee, no.
I wish
Funkily.
there had never
Funkily?
been any such thing as Aztec Indians. Father does nothing but think, dream, and talk Aztecs.
Aztecan.
Think and talk about the same subject and stay sane. I'm afraid for him.
Yeah, could you imagine finding something you love and then dedicating your life to it?
He
Blech.
simply blows up.
That great discovery your father's on the verge of couldn't be Montezuma's treasure, could it?
Oh, it could, but it's not.
Probably not.
Finding Montezuma's treasure wouldn't mean nearly as much to him as digging up the key to some old Aztecan picture writer.
Aztecan.
If you believe it, Montezuma did not send his treasure up north. He sent his diarrhea.
So it would be a great
That's why it's Montezuma's revenge, not his treasure. Now the dirty Sanchez, on the other
I
hand.
want to talk to you.
Hello, Father. When did you get back?
What is this foolishness?
You mean my
Father, aren't you going to answer me when you got
called a
back?
news-
About you and your silly bird.
Frame her out. There we
Run
go.
about Montezuma's treasure.
Oh, you're upsetting yourself over
Now I can
nothing,
take the
Andrew.
scene seriously
I
because
merely
it's
mentioned
men.
the legend. You might hear a story.
We're men, manly men.
You know what it'll do? Bring a lot of fool treasure hunters out here.
Yeah.
Between their digging and their dynamite. they'll
Next thing you know, they'll find out that this isn't even an Aztecan city.
never existed.
I'm sorry, Andrew.
Sorry, that'll do. That'll do.
Father, you talk as though Dr. Lambert committed murder.
Lambert,
boys.
sheepish
And if
archaeologist.
you stick to your own trade, chasing feathers.
But that's what I was doing. Don't you want to read my article about Southwest birds? Oh.
Where are you going in?
I understand, Mary. Don't.
Ahem. Oh.
apologies from Mary and not from me.
I still hate you. Lunch tomorrow. Bye.
That's the bathroom.
See why I'm so worried about him.
His nerves are completely shot.
There's something we can
Yeah,
do.
he looked like a total nervous wreck.
Right now, what if we could divert his mind into another channel?
How did he even drive here?
I don't know. It's going to be very difficult.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say he was a woman with how hysterical he was acting.
Pretty, isn't it?
It's adorable. Just random gigantic feathers that's just on my floor.
It's his butt tickler. Ugh.
Beautiful bird.
It must be a French feather.
Bird? Creature. Where did you find this, Mary?
Oh, on the floor. Why? Something.
Birds don't have feathers, you idiot. Give me that.
Why, there are only 3 known specimens like this
Only
in the entire
dinosaurs have
world.
feathers.
2 are in museums in Mexico City. And the third
And the other one is in my hand. Isn't that weird?
collection in Honduras.
But it must be valuable.
How you bring
Right
a
next to my
high
copy of
price
Superman #1.
But it's not the money I'm interested in, Mary. As a scientist, I'm interested in the creature itself.
Yeah, sure. This is one of only 4 provable, existable objects, but fuck it.
If it is, I must find
I think I'll use it as a quill.
You keep saying creature.
I'll put it in my hat.
Don't you?
Call it macaroni.
Scientific theory is that the thing was half bird and half reptile, lived on blood.
How can you
Or a
tell
dinosaur,
that
if you will.
If only we had dino DNA.
Each of the other
Fill it in with
feathers
some
was
frog.
found clutched in the hand of a dead man, whose throat had been torn open, jugular vein severed.
The jugular vein.
If there are such things as human vampires, they wouldn't
A
have
juggalo vein?
feathers. And a vampire bat doesn't have feathers.
Maybe I
either.
shouldn't make that joke when I'm wearing this
The
makeup.
species of that bird are flesh eaters, have a taste for blood. Hey, maybe I got
Oh,
the Aztec
he's talking science again.
was pictured
My
as a
period's starting.
Oh, God.
like that could have seen some prehistoric monster.
Oh, stop. Make him stop.
Why, Mary, you real?
No, it's just you talking.
My mother. You remember, don't
My mother haunts me.
She's in the room right now.
But there could be. No, you better rest a little longer, dear.
you? No, I'm all right.
Yeah, that was a rough.
Yeah, don't
3
stand up.
seconds.
You'll obviously just keel over in those heels.
Before it goes to our step.
Yes, by all means do. But I don't think he'll take any stock in it. I'll drive you home in my car, Mary.
Please, no. I'd rather wait until Father cools off before you try to talk to him.
All right.
I'll walk home. I get more men that way.
To talk to Superintendent.
Yeah, my ears are still ringing from all the yelling he did. He's so
Ah,
unhinged.
science, stop.
While I was out.
Perhaps he did. Goodbye, Doctor. Goodbye,
Anywho,
Goodbye, Mary.
Family,
I
friends.
made it home incredibly
We're very
fast.
nice to him.
Not only that, but her hair just like lost like 3 inches of length.
Completed treasure seekers around here. Would you interfere with my work?
I didn't mean to offend you. He just thought perhaps there's some sort of prehistoric creature out there where you're working.
What
Oh.
makes him think so?
I know you'll think it's foolish. I found a very peculiar-looking feather this afternoon.
Yeah, some dumbass dropped something, a clue, if you will, to the thing he wants to keep hidden, a secret.
Like it might come
Did you
from
hit
some
that,
rare
Father?
bird. Only the doctor said it didn't.
Where is it?
But Dr. Lambert has it.
Lambert.
I found it on the floor of his study, and he thought perhaps Mr. Hastings left it for him when he was out. He thinks it might be from some prehistoric creature, sort of flying monster that somehow managed to survive.
That's ridiculous. I have to kill them all.
This is as if, like, John Hammond, like, the Genesis for Jurassic Park was someone walking in and, like, dropping a lucky T-Rex foot on the ground, and then be like, hey, how'd you get that?
I mean, do they actually find amber
I may be late.
mosquito bits things?
Oh, totally. But, I mean, the fact, the idea of it having any sort of usable DNA is ridiculous. A feather, on the other hand, came right off a dinosaur's ass. That's totally different.
As you know, I mean. Meanwhile, at the Aztecan temple that isn't Aztec.
Hey, I remember this postcard. I drove through here earlier. Gotta go check out my murderous dinosaur, make sure everything's cool back there.
Why does the Aztec temple have a parking lot?
Why do we need to reuse footage twice in under 15 minutes?
Listen, so long as it fills out 9 reels, I can give a fuck.
Technically, it's a Studebaker. When I get the lady in here, it's a Studebaker.
What?
This guy's coming to check out the back seat, too. Oh, he's bringing the same car through the same footage. Why don't we do that? Just film one thing and then make it 90% of the movie?
Yep. All right. Well, it just gained some cool points because it has a hidden door.
That wasn't super hidden, though. It like looked like a door.
You couldn't even see the shape of the door. What are you talking about?
Maybe you couldn't. Let's see the hinges. Got Home Depot price tags still on it. This is my favorite types of shots.
The completely dark ones?
Yeah. Because, like, who says movies need to show you something?
Listen, you know, if Kubrick can do it by candlelight, then why couldn't this guy in back in 1935?
I guess I have no,
Yeah, where's your imagination? Where's your appreciation for whatever that thing is?
Yeah, mind-blowing, right?
I know. Just because you want to see it.
It's like a possible... Nope.
No, it's gone. Well, don't set it on fire. Oh, it's just torture.
What?
You wanted to see it. Okay.
Not for nothing. If you're gonna have a fucking underground cave, pipe in some electricity.
Right?
Of
course, somebody might find your secret cave if you've got a generator running, but that's just, you know.
Whoa,
you can actually see it. And it hisses, and it flies. Oh, wow, hey, it flies.
That is incredibly
it's a flying serpent.
Anticlimactic. Oh my god.
You know, say what you want, but in some ways that's actually better than some of those shitty bats in vampire movies.
This looks like the worst taxidermied pheasant that Chuck Testa ever produced. Look at this! Who's gonna be scared by that? This guy, obviously. Give me a break. If you haven't seen it by now.
Is that a buzzard or what is that?
Curious?
A hawk, maybe.
Pull my toy car up here. See what happens.
It's not the same car. That one's a coupe, the other one's a sedan. They're just the same color.
White?
Yeah. Who the fuck had white cars? Yeah, I thought all cars were black back then.
Well, I did see a giant flying... Oh, there it is. No reason to get upset about it.
Hey!
Hey, is this yours? Oh, yeah, if you hold one of these things, they murder you. I always forget that part of the legend.
Well, either he's
Look
got
how tiny it is!
Was that his high-pitched scream or the creature's? It doesn't even have a beak.
So, the ancient Aztecs worshipped a god roughly the length of a yardstick. Yeah, how can you not take over the world with a puppet from the Dark Crystal?
Oh, isn't that nice? It comes back to its cage. It's a god. But it's like, yeah, that's my cage.
Well, it always comes back for a bowl of god chow. Thanks for killing my enemies. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.
Mystery Mountain Murder. It's alliteration gone wrong.
The beast wasn't carrying a wallet.
Papers? Does the beast have papers?
Victim of like, who's framing these shots?
Presumably a director.
No, it says the monster.
The definite article, you could say. Not just any old monster.
It's been 8 hours and he's still dead. Extra. He was holding a feather that somehow we give a shit about.
He died in a bush. How did anybody even find him? It's a secret city.
Seriously.
Radio Network XOR is undertaking to bring to its listeners first-hand information of a factual mystery thriller.
This guy's job is to flick cigarette butts when he fucks up.
To account for the strange and mysterious death.
Hair just goes up like a brush file, all that Brill cream.
Still, for a movie that cost $17.50 to make, that they actually paid extras to sit in on the shot, there's an inkling of artistic merit there.
Sit in this room, don't face the camera, but we'll give you a donut and a cup of coffee.
You're suggesting that they're off-duty cops?
He will broadcast daily as he progresses toward the murder solution. Mr. Thorpe, who is
Pipe.
here in the studio.
Gotta smoke my pipe. Cigar. Gotta
Hear
smoke
the
my cigar.
smoking over the radio. That's a nice quality.
This movie's obviously fiction. Everybody was just smoking cigarettes back then.
Ladies and gentlemen of our listening audience, good evening. Today when I was talking casually with Mr. Hanson...
They didn't have studios back in the day? They just set up in somebody's living room? Listen, honey, I can hear these two people smoking on this broadcast.
Was this bizarre act done for the purpose
You can hear the emphysema over the airwaves.
crime committed by some mad mortician who was acquainted with the use of the embalming instrument? Was Lambert the victim?
We think there's a bald doctor at fault. Anyway, back to you later.
Vampire monsters exist today. Many of the legends of human vampires existing in the dark
Most people call it unremarkable. Others, small.
mountains of Pennsylvania. Also the were-tigers of the Burmese jungle and the cat people of the Near East.
The Near East. That's where the cat
One
people
person gets attacked by something that nobody even saw attack him, and all of a sudden we're postulating about monsters and
I mean,
vampires.
we're in mountain lion country.
I mean, technically everywhere is mountain lion country, but still. It's a puma.
I always go to flavor country first.
I tend to drive to Funky Town.
Still, it's a part of flavor country.
Yeah, that's true, it is.
But Father, he's very clever. All he needs to solve a case is
Honey, what are you wearing? You can't be seen like that.
I can see your arms. It's indecent. Ugh.
Next thing you know, you'll be showing off your ankles.
Wow, that's the most affection she's ever gotten.
It's probably because he intends to kill her.
10 o'clock. For Richard Thorpe's initial broadcast from San Juan, New Mexico. Good night.
Here's another person who looks just like me.
Taking the reputation of XOR and how this thing turns out. I don't mind saying
The nights are still hot.
Don't forget I'm doing a little staking myself. What about my reputation? Are you going to work alone on the case, Mr. Thorpe?
Because you don't have a reputation.
Are we sharing one voice?
Volunteer to help. Then there's another fellow,
Fast talking, well dressed guy.
Bennett.
Man. Anyway, come visit my walk-in humidor. Something.
So, be honest. If you had your own, feathered serpent, Quetzalcoatl god,
Yay big.
yay big,
Yeah.
in your own personal, I found the ruins within driving distance of your house, would you hang out there on weekends?
No, I'd probably take that fucking treasure and make Pee-wee's Playhouse for real.
Oh, we told you, Sheriff.
But hey, if you
Inside
wanna,
the temple?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, what is that? And they're still trapped. It depends on the occasion.
Professor Louis Havener, an ornithologist.
Is it also cold?
We just flew in from New York on the Lambert case.
Is that an ornithologist joke?
On the radio. Are you going to solve the murder today, or are you going to take a couple of days?
Well, Sheriff, I'd say that depends on you a good deal.
Nice of you to let me plug along in my humble
90-year-old
way.
sheriff with the tightest handshake in the West.
Before I could get started. Hey, Sheriff, haven't you heard him on the radio solving those mysteries? Yeah, those through the
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I love Dick Tracy too. Now get the fuck out of my office.
his stuff is pretty cleverly done. It's amusing for radio listeners, but this isn't the radio.
You know, Sheriff,
This is a movie.
If you think I'm going to furnish clues so the killer can listen,
We just need a reason to argue on camera. It fills up screen time. Yeah, don't shake that.
Brr! I mean, ow, or something. I don't know how to act.
That's where XOR now takes you to the little city of San Juan, New Mexico, where Richard Thorpe, famous author of mystery stories, will broadcast the first step in his effort to solve the mystery of who or what killed Dr. John Lambert.
Is this the only murder New Mexico's ever seen? Like, what the fuck?
Well, there's nobody in New Mexico. Commercial.
One injury, a wound in the throat.
So there's time where they are, and then a black hole everywhere else.
Yeah, no. They're inside the event horizon.
It's so interesting to see, like, camera movement, but not, like, coverage for characters.
Yeah.
The nature of the wound, could you describe the death estimate?
I think you literally have a case with old movies like this where, especially if it was like Poverty Row pictures like this, where they had one camera, They're literally running off of one camera. That's it.
Yeah, but we do that, and we still get coverage for fucking 2 shots.
Lambert was killed by someone who...
Listen, so long as it fills up 9 reels, I don't give a fuck.
One thing. What's that? The body was practically ready for embalming.
More gin?
Why aren't we drinking? We're in court, aren't we?
Your witness? This is a court?
Is it possible, Dr. Wagner, that such an injury itself will bring off the blood? No, that's not possible.
On radio, no less.
That fact for the record.
So are they convicting Quetzalcoatl of...
I tell you, boss, this program's gonna be a knockout.
Yeah, sure.
Broadcast before. Oh, yeah.
Just wait until the monster kills more than one person.
And your job.
Hey!
Any strange footprints or animal tracks near Lambert's body?
Bullshit! That thing never touched down.
No, he didn't. Remember, it was like on him.
He touched down on him!
Sort of flapping.
Unless they're talking about a footprint they find on the dude, I don't buy it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Well, I mean, it might have been. Yeah, it's like it's a footprint. I mean, if you call it a footprint, if it's like
Pull out the back of his jacket, there's just like the middle finger on the. Oh my god!
That is, I mean, prior to his death.
That's a koala.
it leaves graffiti in
Yeah.
his blood.
I stepped out of Mary.
Quetzy was here. What the fuck?
What? That's not even.
What was the nature of your call? I went there to remonstrate with him about something that he'd written.
Remonstrate.
What had he written?
You know what we didn't know the whole time is that we had the murderer on this very show.
Around Azteca.
Wow, that is a hat.
Warning. Stuff like
I thought it was a boat at first, but you're probably
No, no,
right.
it's. I'm pretty sure it's a hat.
I mean, the digging and blasting indiscriminately.
The what?
So, at the end of this trial, Sheriff, what's going to happen?
We're going to arrest a bird.
Among the Aztec ruins down in Mexico, haven't you? Yes, for some years. Fine.
This microphone tastes great.
Some kind of feathered serpent.
Less filling.
Yes, they had a
See, when I talk into it, I can hold it as far away as I want. But when you talk, it's got to go right up your fucking nose.
coato. Purely mythological, of course. Do you think it's possible that such a creature might have existed, say, in the age of dinosaurs and like monsters? I'm an archaeologist.
If it were a dinosaur or like monster, but what we have is a taxidermied pheasant flying around New Mexico, sir.
Come across some trace of such creatures. Such things never exist, except in mythology.
And in the hearts and minds of children everywhere.
Of course. Yes, Virginia, there is a Quetzalcoatl.
Yes, I've been trying to substantiate that theory through my work.
Substantiate?
That's all.
Remonstrate?
Excuse me, we're still on air, motherfucker.
This is live!
I hope you'll forgive me for touching upon a somewhat delicate and tender subject.
My
We're
butt.
talking about Mary again?
Oh.
Your wife.
Oh!
Did she come to her death some years ago under somewhat similar circumstances?
Don't you talk about my wife.
Mother.
Yes, that is true.
All right, fine, sure. My wife was killed by Quetzalcoatlus, but it's scientifically, not important.
Let us say creature. Could be
How is this relevant to the case?
Meh.
I think that's stretching the point. Please forgive me.
Anyway, I gotta go back to the old news van.
Lambert was very excited about the possibility of such a creature still existing around here. He said if there is one...
Say, isn't that Quetzalcoatl's feather in her hat?
Meh.
No. Only the doctor said he intended taking it with him when he went to see Superintendent Hastings.
Can you describe that feather?
Well, it was pretty. Very odd.
Thank you. Dr. Lambert showed me
Light.
the feather,
It's
and
very
asked
light.
me if I'd left it at his home while he was out. And I told him
When they listen to whatever audio this is, his audio is gonna be like
wouldn't let it out of his sight.
a million miles away.
Well, I would say it was just about as Miss Forbes described it. I understand that Quetzalcoatl was not one of the bloodthirsty.
So this movie was remade a few years later by the same studio.
They call it 12 Bored Men.
Bloodletting was a rather popular act at the time. And I presume
And when I say remade, I mean they literally just took the script and rewrote it. And instead of Quetzalcoatl, they had a bat that was created by Bela Lugosi to kill people.
I know that.
And he puts perfume on them as the targeting device instead of the feather. And it's called the Devil Bat, and it's hilarious.
Hey, you know what? I'll buy it. It's not like this is a fucking masterpiece.
What happened next?
Well,
This thing's on the square.
We, the jury,
Yeah.
find that Dr. Lambert came to his death through undetermined circumstances, and that his death was a homicide.
A homicide?
he was killed by a gay bird.
I'm not leaving San Juan until I
Yeah, so I guess that trial was fucking pointless because we figured out he was dead,
work along with me.
which we knew.
San Juan? So he was obviously killed by sparrows.
I thought it was the salmon of Capistrano.
The salmon of Capistrano.
Didn't forget. Just didn't think
They just jump out of the river right into the, yeah.
Better make it stop.
Right at your throat, and they're covered in feathers.
Fine, I'd like to ride out with you to where Lambert's body was found. How would I?
Lambert.
Oh, yes, of course. It'd be a pleasure.
Yes, another one I'll have to kill.
It would be horrible if another loser died on my property. Wow, have I seen this before?
I'm pretty sure you might have seen this shot like
I
3
don't
or 4
know.
times.
This feels like
already.
a brand new sensation to me. Well, anyways, the other thing that looks like a doorway, it's not. Look over there.
It's possible the ground could have drained it off. Oh no, we had a chemical analysis made of the soil.
What?
Do you remember the
And what is it, sir? It's dirt.
It was dirt. Sorry.
let's say? This time
Finish
of
that
year,
anecdote.
when that is, comes from over here.
Over there.
Now, if you'll indulge me, would you kindly wear this feather in your hair?
Why'd he drop it?
Moving along, I'll pick you up on the way back. Thanks for bringing me
Don't
up.
pick your nose. This is a movie.
Bye.
He's his own foil. He's got a hidden murderer that he is dropping clues for. It's like if Michael Myers had like 40 masks, and every time he killed someone, he's like, here you go. Like Elvis and his fucking scarves over here.
Like, you just drop it willy-nilly, hoping that the guy happens to notice it on the ground?
And he
Hey,
just
look,
ditched
feather.
the guy?
So you're just gonna hang out here, right? You're not going anywhere for the while? Like, you'll be here for at least like 10 more minutes?
Enjoy nature, asshole. I'm going back to town.
They just repainted the same car. That's how cheap this movie is. Couldn't afford a second car.
I'd buy it.
No, you won't. You can't afford it.
Hey, is that the car from earlier?
If it's a dirt road in 1940, do you know how long it took them to get there?
Oh yeah, the car is still bouncing to this day. So, find any fresh murders?
Don't get too far ahead of me on this case. Glad to have you. I can use all the help I can get. It's like looking for a
I mean, I haven't moved from this spot.
Sheriff shows up dressed as a homeless undertaker.
moment, Bob. That's the feather I've been looking for.
Don't you fucking dare.
Here before we disturb that thing. He should be able to identify it. Can you drive a car? Yes, why?
What's a car?
This feather. You drive my car to Aztec and bring Hastings back. But look here, hurry.
Now let me touch the feather and get killed.
I mean, good riddance.
What are these
Sheriff's
things
kind
on
of
the
a
floor?
dick. Why are there feathers all over this car?
What's this round thing in front of me?
How does this run? Why are the pedals making the car move?
Anyway, now it's time to be corrupt as hell and get some of this treasure for myself. Here we go. And then he's killed by essentially a wig with wings on it. Hooray. A 9-point turn. We got to see every aspect of it.
Listen, he didn't want to scratch the paint.
It's fresh. Oh! Hey, Ray, do you know anyone who can work on this movie for us? I've got a retarded cousin. Yeah, might as well fuck with this evidence a little more. Ugh.
Sheriff pulls his gun, shoots Quetzalcoatl, movie over.
Yeah, imagine walking guests through his house, seeing that mounted on the wall, and be like, see that? Aztecs used to worship that shit.
I shot it.
Oh my god, it's the size of a bread bin! Wow, he went and came back in the time it took for that little thing to fly, what, 8 feet?
Whoa,
Jesus.
hey.
Make
It's like an Indian headdress killing that man.
It's gonna get a little blue.
Whoa!
There it is. Where? There, don't you see the thing? Yeah.
You know, since it's so small,
I'm not sure.
It's a thunderbolt.
I guess nobody else ever did live to tell it.
that looks like the stupidest bird I've ever seen.
Almost as stupid as you, mouth breather. Close your trap.
Maybe he got tired waiting. No, he wouldn't leave here.
Where would he go? You had his car. Hey, there's his body. I found him.
Yeah.
He was
The smell
literally.
of entrails wasn't enough. He's right there.
Maybe he ran away.
It's wide open.
Joined the circus.
Polly want a cracker.
It looks like an old sock puppet. Someone's like dropping in from off camera. That's so pathetic.
Polly wants some entrails.
It's so mangy, too.
It's got mange.
Yeah. Dad, it's
Who wants
me.
to talk to my daughter?
Which of the 6 people in town who own phones is this?
Do you know how to drive a car? Do you know what a car is?
Sorry, he's in the tub. Any minute?
She's washing her hair.
What's she
Again?
wearing?
In the tub?
I'll send Jonesy along to pick her up.
The pussycats will stay behind.
He left a message. He said he was very sorry, but he couldn't come on. You keep away from Fire Mountain, you hear? You heard what I said.
Fire Mountain.
All right, Dad, bye.
I'll just be here in my satin robe.
Nothing else. It's less like the Flying Serpent and more like the slowly rolling car.
What you didn't know, Dave, is that this whole movie was just an ad for that particular model Ford.
I believe it.
Here it is.
More dirt!
Better call in some witness. No, I tried that yesterday. I'm not taking no chances. It's the same one Dr. Lambert had.
Lambert.
Broadcasting station. She ought to know.
Wouldn't you, like, any police work would have found that? It was literally right where the body was?
Very angry. Told me to stay alone.
I don't think your father likes me. Maybe I'd better have a little talk with him.
Oh, no, please. No telling what.
Her hair length keeps
He
changing.
might even prevent us seeing each
Magic?
Too much
Aztec
curling
magic?
irons? I don't know.
So blurry. Ah, there we go.
Pete Tom.
Very specific, though. He peeps on people looking at feathers. Gets to yank it maybe once a year.
It takes so much to finally find it again.
Oh, Jesus, there he is.
Bird of paradise. Yet it's someone different.
May it fly up your
other.
nose.
Like the one Dr. Lambert had. But at the time, I thought the other one was lost.
Oh, is it the same kind?
Oh, look at the description here. Whoever touches this is going to die. Oh.
It says it right here on the
Damn
stem
it.
of the feather. That's weird.
From the same creature, but a different feather. That's a clue, all right. Better get that.
Huh. You mean it's not the same feather as that one? They're 2 different feathers, but they look the same?
While you're broadcasting?
Do birds know about this?
Don't tell them.
God, imagine committing a murder in New Mexico and having both police officers come after you.
In the foothills of the Rocky
What's up, buddy?
Mountains, where Richard Thorpe,
I know.
noted author of mystery stories, is attempting the solution of a factual crime more fantastic.
Can't the manager get his own office? Does he have to sit like inches from the on-air talent?
He will tell you of his progress. Come in, San Juan.
Go, San. You're San Juan. San Juan's across the room.
Every once in a while, he just leans forward and tap him on the shoulder and go, "Good job.
San Juan again. Oh, I'm San Juan again.
You're doing great."
Here's the jury's finding.
She seems like a really great mom to be around.
Visit signalwisecall.com today.
Not doing any work, constantly correcting everybody. Really great. Great stuff.
Look at that.
John Landis, the director?
Lambert's death was a death of violence. The killer was some person, bird, or beast that yet not identified. Only a few hours after the inquest, there was another.
Birds aren't a beast.
No, they're also not creatures, apparently.
Only by chance I was not the victim.
That's true. Fact checked.
Bill Hayes was dead. Both gagged. Body drained of blood.
What do you think about that one, Frank?
Diet demise with some sort of
Yeah, fact check.
left over from a far distant age. I don't expect many of you who are listening in to believe a word of what I'm saying when I describe this
We don't.
flying monster.
Like this,
I wouldn't believe.
if again, like if Jurassic Park, instead of all the dinosaurs, it was one Procompsognathid. It's about 2.5 feet tall, killing everybody.
Right.
Not so scary, is it?
My opinion that only
It's not so scary. It's just a 6-foot turkey.
A fucking 2.5 foot turkey. It's smaller than a regular turkey.
Certainly doesn't have as much mass. Meanwhile, in that car we keep seeing.
Back to the old murder spot. As usual.
Was that it? Was that the studio?
Yeah, they leave the windows of the studio open. Let the air come in.
Seriously, nobody heard the scream of the god coming in the window. Wow.
Bye! Damn it!
Maybe try aiming next time. Yeah,
Don't
oh
you-
god, I love old movies when they thought they could like somehow propel the bullets faster
Yeah.
out of the gun.
It's like 2,100 feet per second plus this. Sorry about
Ladies
that,
and gentlemen, I've
gentlemen.
just seen an evisceration.
Horrifying. 2, maybe 3 feet long.
Like a sickly turkey.
Like if there was only one ghoulie that attacked. Imagine if one gremlin showed up in Gremlins. And one for me, Glug.
1, 2 for you, and 1, 2 for me. 3 for you, and 1, 2, 3 for me.
Whoa.
All right, Keanu.
Huge turnout today at City Hall.
6, 7 people. We think some of them might even be from other towns.
How'd you pick him out? The crowd's so big. My eyes are straining. It was a monster that flew. Do you know what giant is?
Do you know what a reptile is?
Reptile is, yeah.
He's got his emphasis on the wrong syllable.
It was roughly the size of a really big gecko. Probably Hottentot. Just everybody gets to chime in?
Doodlebug.
What exactly is your radio program, sir? Just anybody on the
There's more than a modern podcast.
Yeah. It's like, anyway, enough about the dinosaur. What are you holding, sir?
That guy's gonna find my shit. My secret stash.
How does this particular toolbox work? You just walk along holding it this way and
Holding it this way with a hand, if you will.
It picks up all metals, and hey, that microphone's made of metal.
Hey, I think there's treasure in this car.
It also detects murderers.
Now this show was actively just introducing people to one another. You heard it here, live introduction of people who met.
Just remember, the same guy who wrote the story for this also wrote the script.
Yeah, probably got a little tired. Phony in a couple places, it's okay.
That's a show.
And even though this is a radio show, I do keep addressing a camera that isn't here.
Well, you wouldn't believe yesterday there was a murder in the Pine Mountain studio. Maybe this treasure stuff isn't the whole either.
Say, you're right. Feathered serpents that kill people are real. That means gold coins could be too.
Oh, there it is, Dick. Fine.
Cocaine. Remember, it takes 4 D cells, which are hard to come by these days.
What's the idea?
The way I got it, see, it's technical one was guided to us by that sense. I didn't want to rock those before we were ready for them.
Didn't you really believe there is a feathered serpent?
That I'm sure of it. I've seen him twice. When he killed Dervis and when he killed Heather.
Why?
My God, it was horrible. It ripped his throat wide open and carried his head off.
It barely fit out a normal window. Huge it was.
Almost as big as a hawk, or maybe a falcon.
I'll give the movie credit. It wasn't just like a Roadrunner with a bunch of shit glued to it.
I mean, yeah, somebody took the time to make something that was an object with wings that flapped. Even then, it's still not as funny as Bela Lugosi delivering his bat literally in the trunk of his car. Is he gonna? Doesn't there come a point where you realize that it's kind of an extra step when you have to plant a feather on the guy and hope that maybe he gets murdered?
Well, you don't even. He's not even planting the feather. He's putting it somewhere and hoping they find it.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, here's 5 more. Oh, boy, fill your pockets.
Seriously, just give it to him. Here, look at this. I found this. You should check it out. It's probably an important clue.
You know he's going to get to that point where, like, the bird does not have enough flight feathers, and it's just going to be like, caw, jumping in its cage. Oh, did you see that secret cage there? With what? My doodle bug?
Just throw it.
Doesn't anyone care about the fucking ziggurats? There's a mountain, all right. Oh, there's that guy I know. Wow, it looks like a door. Hey, it is a door!
In a mountain.
Too many rectangles on mountains, you find.
Weirdest camper I've ever seen.
Everybody in this movie looks like they could sit down around a campfire and start eating beans out of a can. Save on sets if you shoot in the dark. Trust me, it's huge in here.
Oh my God. This
cabin.
space is amazing. I should describe it to all of our listeners who can't see because the picture's so black. You either just change tracks or you let the bird out.
Can you see through the mountain? What the?
Well, it flew right through my binocular gaze. That was convenient. It's gonna steal this guy's hat. Hey, that's kind of cute.
Like anyone
like
would react to it. Yeah, it's like it's this big. I'd do that too. Look, he's bemused a little bit.
Hey, oh, hey, out!
Of course, this man was also once almost killed by a chihuahua, so you can't really tell you. Ow, my face! Yeah, look at it. It's so scary.
Sure. Oh, give him his feather back.
See ya!
Did you see him pick up that feather?
No. I totally missed that.
I wasn't right next to you the whole time.
Maybe we should get married.
You okay? Kiss me, make sure I'm alive.
Every time I look at the thing, that's the sound I hear in my head. It just looks like it wants to die.
Well, I mean, you know, so would you if you're 300 years old and somebody's keeping you in a cage.
Flying all like at a 45-degree angle.
Now we want just one more of your beautiful feathers, Scarecrow. One more.
I have so few.
One incredible wood for Carpenter. Your own.
Oh, what if you cut up the feather and put it in somebody's oatmeal? Then they can't get rid of it.
Your hair's shoulder length again.
Honey, put down that murder feather. Let's go to breakfast.
Oh, your bedroom. You must have dropped it there.
Yes, I found it yesterday out the ruin. I was just putting...
I have a convenient answer for that. Anyway, dinner.
I don't, but if it will help that gun for the broadcast any, I will give it to him.
I love how he keeps, like, he has the feathers constantly. His daughter's been around murder feathers at least twice. He's never once worried about her accidentally getting killed.
They should both stink of murder victims.
I've been doing a lot of thinking lately.
Are you sure you should? You're a lady.
And what have you been thinking?
Over next week.
I was thinking of changing my hairstyle for the
I
third
think
time.
pink is the best color ever. Bye, Daddy. Whew, almost blew my cover.
Interview Dr. Lambert and Sarah
Lambert.
Cabinet. In some way, there's been one of these feathers connected with the case.
Well, how could I have anything to do with the case? But over the feather.
Wow. Just accused Daddy.
I've tried not to mention it. I remember she had one of those feathers. She told me you didn't before.
I mean, even me, a woman, is putting this together. It can't be much further from the detective's grasp.
Right, my dear. Everything else.
I'm afraid, dear, you must die.
She's staying away for days at a time and no explanation. Sorry, but would you like to go to your husband or something?
Well, I may as well.
Well, it's a lot of gold that I don't know why I'm not
I
spending.
don't want anyone to know about it until I'm sure I discover the key to the X-written language.
That's what it is.
Oh, just science stuff. Science gives me a headache.
You must promise me not to mention it, yes.
I don't think Aztecs had a written language.
I never thought of you as a stepfather.
They had hieroglyphs and
I've
stuff. Where's
always
that
loved you
land?
as my own daughter.
It might have been
I'm
petroglyphs,
taking
but
you out to see my discovery.
picture of a man ain't no word.
I believe you.
I think you should know about it in case anything happens to me.
All right. It'll
You know, if I were murdered horribly by a monster about yay big.
Oh, you've seen it.
Can't they fill in that hole? Get another clock.
I think that's the speaker.
Bullshit.
Shut up, we're on the air.
The mics are on, idiot.
After I checked the flare of Dr. Lambert, Sheriff Hayes, Louis Havener, and others, it was consciously revealing its location. At that time, he was attempting another killing. Following this broadcast, I shall swear on
He's so enamored by his own writing, he's reading his own newspaper
All I want to know is, did he
by
find
candlelight.
the treasure? I undertook to solve these
And-
mysteries today. My first problem was...
What is his mic attached to?
A feathered serpent.
He's standing in a
Get Luca water.
field
Oh, yeah, no,
with a
good point.
candle by himself.
This very moment, the feathered serpent crouches before
Wait,
me.
how did he get in? Oh, because he saw it.
Behind a
All right.
protective cage of steel. The man who directed this
So,
bloodthirsty serpent-
I know it
He's got
doesn't.
he's got a mic line running for like 50 feet out of the cave all the way back to his truck.
Probably goes all the way back to the fucking studio.
Right into that hole next to the clock.
Yeah, he had a big reel of it that he drove out here with.
All I want to know is, did he or didn't Saul find the treasure? I can tell you how...
Can't you tell how scared he is? He must be near a monster.
Some way he found
Treasure,
out
treasure, treasure.
part of this beautiful
Oh no, my script's on fire! Help!
possessed one of them. The man's distorted mind would quickly seize upon the simple process of
So he took the time to write his whole script
on the intended
in the
Same proximity as the monster.
Knock 'em dead. Hey, something's going wrong.
Could you back up? I'm a little close to your crotch.
Better go down and tell the boss he's talking to a dead mice.
You're talking into some dead mice. It's 10 o'clock. Do I know where my kids are?
Treasure. Saul's business is solving murder, not hunting treasure. If I could get my hands on his throat, there'd be another there.
Hey, it's that ad for that car.
Postcards of the Serengeti. Whoa, there's another person in this car? This movie got a lot better.
You can fit more than one person in the car. This way you get more than one character to the same spot at the same time, saving room for important exposition.
Interesting.
It's like the Three Stooges made this movie.
The guy working the radio is like, fuck, more junks eye line height.
Somebody go into the cave and tell him that we can't even hear him right now.
What are you guys doing in my secret hideout mountain?
What are you doing near my mountain? You couldn't get out of the car yourself? Is it your dad or your boyfriend?
It's hard. Anyway, this is may come as a surprise to you, but this rectangular cutout is actually a door!
You must be careful, dear. It's dark in here.
Don't go there. It's dark.
Boy, those Aztecs must have been really thin.
She's gonna find the news guy like squatting in a corner.
Help, it's so dark.
My candle, it went out.
I burned up my newspaper.
Why not do that way earlier? Not that I don't love 10 seconds of pitch black picture.
Wine, wine, wine. One problem with this whole movie, and you gotta find it and pick it up.
How many torches does this guy go through?
It's also an ad for Home Depot. Get your tiki torches at Home Depot. Tiki torture. Tiki torture?
Tiki torture? A tropical torture. Oh look, he turned into a microphone.
Montezuma's treasure.
Isn't it weird how many medieval goblets the Aztecs had? Strange.
Somebody in there. In where? In the treasure chamber. Listen.
They're talking about treasure.
What is it all?
Gold, diamonds, emeralds. The richest treasure in the world.
Why do you keep it hidden?
Because it's mine.
Mine.
The richest man in the world. The richest treasure in the world.
I mean, you've got one box of gold.
Showing off his treasure, huh? Yeah. He'll kill her. Keep that thing going. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to catch a murder on tape. That'll be cool.
That guy's hilarious. I have one more thing to show you.
Puts the
You're
headphones on
dead.
his foot. Well, it was a nice 30 years knowing you. Ugh.
Kill Dr. Lambert and all the others.
Get the Philippa the treasure. He's an Aztec god.
Being a monster. And you're a murderer.
This hideous, enormous beast. Oh, wait, where is it? Oh, yeah.
There it is, over there.
It's in the corner, pissing itself.
See, my dear, when one stumbles too close, my secret is dangerous to let it live. Sorry,
Well, isn't leading them here with feathers and shit a bad idea?
Do you have to smoke it like bees?
Yeah, he's got a bunch of burlap. It takes Quetzalcoatlus as honey. Oh, Dad, that's just bird shit. Oh, gross! I'm eating it.
Hey, what's y'all doing over here?
News Riderman here to punch an old man. Did it!
Oh, the irony! Drop the feather, idiot. You know this.
he might need some help in there. You go.
How can you tell? Sure, I've committed some horrible crimes and kept a god as a prisoner, but some light jogging will take care of this.
Actually, what would have taken care of this if you'd simply had a pistol.
Like a leash? This is like the only monster ever that can be done away with by just like wearing a helmet. Or even like a thick hat.
Why do you have...
I thought we were friends! I guess I'll wait back here till this all shakes out. What? Ouch.
Oh, you hit it that time?
Oh no, it turned into a hat. Mary!
Found you a new hat.
Fucking Aztecs, you were worshiping this stupid thing? I killed it. His skin's all waxy.
He's already crapped himself. He's definitely a goner.
What's that, George? Breaking off right in the middle of the best broadcast we ever had. And me not knowing what mic cut in on that treasure.
Man, now I'll never be able to hear what it sounds like to hear a bird fly.
A winged serpent. A
Sorry,
flying serpent.
yeah.
The mysterious death attempted to disclose. The final victim of the seventh serpent has just claimed his own master, Professor Andrew Vaughn. So, broadcast. I'm sorry, dear, it had to turn out like this. Mary, we're never going to think of any of these things again. We're getting away from you. Careful, Vaughn.
Mary, you're not wearing any underwear.
Through the ages, through natural predators, through everything, all in sundry, taken out by a 38.
This will run our causeway pole way up. Up. Up's not the way you're going.
Ouch!
What was that for, boss? That was for not phoning thought to cut me in on that treasure.
I don't get it.
But it's part of a museum collection, boss. That was fucking crazy.
Well,
That's how it ends?
that was it, Dave. You shoot it. You
Next
shoot
time, give me some treasure, you fast-talking, high-pants-wearing mother... The fuck?
Well, is that our show, Dave?
Could you imagine? Freddy, Jason, any big bad in any movie. And at the end, it was just a guy who had constantly been shooting at it, finally got a hit, and he goes, yay! The end.
You don't sound enthralled with the storytelling.
Yeah, somehow it didn't stick.
I kind of like that your hair, kind of mixed with that particular nose design, is giving me kind of like a werewolf vibe.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, because of the whole
Yeah.
split?
I think yeah, you could have been Wolfman Jack this year.
My hair wasn't as greasy as I was hoping either.
You were hoping for greasier.
Well, yeah, because I got, being a dead guy, they have greasy hair, so I thought, okay. So I thought after the shower,
Do I make any Rob Zombie jokes or?
if you can fit Dracula into something, I'll take it.
I'll work on that. Yeah, no, I'll write it into the script later.
All right, VO.
Well, Dave, that was the Flying Serpent. Finally, after all
This
time,
year.
yeah, this 1 year of trying.
Yeah.
Last year we tried to watch it and it didn't work, and this year we tried to watch it and it didn't work, but we still managed to do it anyway.
So, it wasn't great, it wasn't long, it wasn't interesting, but it was inoffensive.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, there's nobody in blackface, and
give me one of these cleaned up and we'll see what happens. But I'll give you the biggest problem I had of the many. Okay, I get, if you're gonna do the grand reveal and be like, waha, it's actually this, that's one thing. But if for the first, 20 minutes you go, it's a huge monster, it's a god, and yada, yada, yada.
yeah, it's like the plot was revealed frame one.
Yeah. And then we see that it's just this.
Whereas there's no reason for that because you have a creature that somebody found.
No, yeah.
As opposed to, like I said, there's a Bela Lugosi version of this where he literally creates the bat and then gives it a reason to go kill people, or hey, he has a reason to kill people, but the homing device instead of Quetzalcoatl's feathers, and he just is he's jealous of his own feathers.
Yeah.
Instead of that, he uses a particular perfume and puts it on his victims. I mean, all that makes more sense. Whereas in this, it's at least leave the mystery of why we want to see this fake bird turkey thing floating through the air.
The DEFCON 4 that went up immediately after one murder, by the way, whatever. But then, after everybody has fully gotten a big old snootful of the creature, right? They look around, they go, oh my God, it's that thing, it's the size of a pheasant. It
No,
did not
I mean,
stop anyone from talking about how fucking big it was. Oh, a huge creature, God.
I mean, you know, at least they're not like all using the same terminology, like you mentioned giant claw before.
Yeah.
And it's not like they were all like, wow, big as a battleship.
Yeah, but I mean, at least, but that was true though. It was as big as a
It
battleship.
was as big as a battleship. But
This was like somebody's parrot that got out and like had a real taste for human eyeballs.
You know,
like that would be just as.
Is this the movie that we remake, Dave? Is this the one that we find a way to remake it? Like we just go shoot in some like Pueblo ruins up the road here in Arizona and
this
and then like rewrite it so that it's better, but at the same time make it really, really funny. And like every time that somebody sees it, it's like, wow, it's as big as a turkey.
Oh, maybe. Okay, so yeah, if we turned into like a horror comedy, maybe. But like, there's so little here.
Yeah.
It's.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with making it short. It's
No, yeah, but I mean, like, as far as a movie goes, there's no 3-act structure.
No.
We don't get, aside from just having the dough, right, having all that gold, the guy, our main villain, doesn't really have a plan. His plan is to have
kill
treasure.
everyone else and make sure he keeps the gold.
Yeah, but there's a second part of the plan. It's like, hey, quit telling treasure hunters to come where I live.
Yeah.
Then stop dropping feathers, leading people to where you fucking live. Like
I'm thinking that you've picked up on a flaw in the script.
like imagine Bruce Wayne walking through like Wayne Enterprises and like accidentally dropping a batarang and being like, oh whoops, Butterfingers, and then fucking off. No, like
Pulling on his mask and fucking off.
yeah, but then he'd have to come back and like kill the person who has the batarang later. Is the only caveat that would be different. But like, if you want someone to stay away, you don't hand them a map and be like, hey, I'm usually there from 7 to 8. Like, I don't know. It just, like, it was cute. Don't get me wrong. It was cute.
It was cute.
The
But again, the Bela Lugosi one, which again is called
The
Devil Bat. Yeah, is an even more fun POS as crappy movies go.
I think you could have knocked this up like an order of magnitude with just coverage. Like I was saying before, when we get the camera that moves in.
Editing, it's like you had, like you pointed out, that there's some decent attempts at making some, like competent shots. But in terms of like the script right off the bat, it's just ruined.
Yeah, and like this shouldn't be before the idea of putting the camera here, having the two people say all their lines, say cut,
I mean, it's
move
nice
the
to know
camera
that
here, and then do that. But no, there's always one person with their back to camera. So as you're watching the movie, it's like, as we're talking, I'm just like, anyway, yeah, there's a giant dinosaur or whatever. So there's like, what are we doing here? You're like watching, it feels like everybody in this movie was kind of like, they weren't really sure they were supposed to be there or not. They're not sure if they should talk to the camera or not. There's like, are we taking this seriously or not? The news guy just straight up disappears. What up with that? What up with
I didn't even
that?
think about that. Like, what? Yeah, he did.
He drops his mic. There's no candle. There's no script. He's just gonzo. So it's possibly the only full-blown human that was consumed utterly by something the size of your cat.
Well, it's magical. I mean, how else do you think it's lived all these years? It just
Somehow by not being getting shot.
It's got an aversion to lead. You know, I mean,
like
this
it'd be
happens.
one thing if like, let's say, I wouldn't even give this movie a 10 if right before he shot Quetzalcoatl with his Reg's ass gun, he shot down an Aztec god with his Reg's ass gun. If he'd have been like, good thing I stopped out for these silver bullets, then I'd be like, oh, okay. Somebody did some research, but no, everybody shows up not knowing what the fuck they're doing, not knowing where they're going, and they go, oh, what's this? I don't know, probably something that'll kill me. Whoop, dead.
Well, that's true, actually. I didn't even think about that because I'm used to us doing our Halloween live episodes a little differently, and this is our first year that we have the Hanzo meter.
Yeah.
So where is it on the Hans sheepometer?
I mean, it wasn't. I enjoyed it. I might even go out of my way to watch it, like a cleaned up version.
Right.
To see what I missed and all the darkness. Because that shit worked out for me with The Last Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Got a cleaned up version. I fell in love with that movie. So, give me 60 minutes of a cleaned up version of this. I don't know. But from what we saw and what I was able to gather, I don't know.
When did you get the mug?
I think
I
it
intended to
swings.
have my mug here, but I forgot.
I think it swings past the 5, and it's like a 6.
It's a 6 for you?
Yeah, because it's not like the movie is okay.
Right.
Like they use real cameras. It looked like real actors. It looked like they were all taking it seriously.
I definitely have a strange love for Poverty Row pictures from this time period because they're just so, like you said, inoffensive and just so cheese.
Fills time. And there's a
Yeah.
little bit of this and that, and like the schmaltziness of the dress and like what they're doing is kind of. So yeah, I think it's not like a dead nuts piece of shit 5, but it's like maybe a 6.5. Like it's pushing it to where like, again, like the silver bullets thing would have knocked it up in order, or like if the monster were actually a monster and not whatever the fuck that was. Yeah, like a
I mean, there's
football with a
moments
wing
where
on
it's
it.
kind of like, oh, that's kind of cool, and then you realize it's not.
Right.
But you know,
It's
all
like
right, well, I give it I give it a 4. It's, but partly because I've seen, from the last year and a half, you and I trying to review this movie. I've now seen the first 10 minutes of it 5 times.
Yeah. I've read that intro a few times myself.
Yeah, and we still don't know what it says. 'Cause
Nope.
The handwriting's so bad.
So weird. But yeah, if we are going to remake this, I say we remake it, but the monster just be like one of those screaming Nerf footballs with a couple of wings stapled
That'd
to
be
it.
awesome.
Oh, look,
Yeah, you
here
have
goes
to throw it right
Quetzalcoatl. Get Troy Aikman to do a guest spot, like a cameo or something.
Paint like a lizard flying serpent on the side of a football.
Yeah, and then everybody who gets killed by it has to hold it to their neck and go, "Ah," like the hobgoblins. Yeah, that would be totally great. But yeah, 6 and a 4, so we're same spot, just on different sides. I thought it was a little better than it probably was, but you know what?
At least you had a good time.
Yeah, I'll.
And we hope you did too.
Yeah, I'm not angry about this. How about that? Testing. If I stand over here, am I in frame? Moving over here.